welcome to another live stream watch-along reaction. Tonight we're reacting to Philadelphia Union versus Defense Force FC, CONCACAF Champions Cup 2026, Round 1, Leg 2, 5-0 on aggregate. You gotta be kidding me. How we doing, William? Frickin' screen flipped on me instantly. I hate this app, I swear to God. StreamYard, you sons of... I'm back. Don't worry. The camera flipped on me, and well, now I know how to unflip it quickly. Close every app on my frickin' phone and then come back in. And not stop it. And not restart it and remake it. So we're all good. Either way. Blame StreamYard for being shit. It's not my fault. With that being said, not my fault. StreamYard is a shit app. But it's what I gotta use. And my phone might be shit too. I don't know. It's in landscape. I don't know why it doesn't want to take. Either way, Philadelphia Union. As I was speaking, okay. Good thing I don't have to speak Spanish tonight. Because it's English team versus a Trinidadian team. Either way, Philadelphia Union versus Defense Force FC, 2026 CONCACAF Champions Cup, Round 1, Leg 2, 5-0 on aggregate. This tie is over, but I'm doing it because it's the only game of the day. And it's the last game of the round. So, sorry, Real España fans, you kind of got screwed. I won't lie, by me. I didn't do your game, and it was 6-1. Defense Force is just as fucked, and I'm doing their game, but I trust the Trinidadian fans to show up and be loyal like they always are, so that's probably part of it. Either way, starting 11s are as follows. For the Philadelphia, Klaus was so angry last night. Well, I mean, I don't blame him. Got pretty chippy at the end there. Starting 11 for Philly. In goal, Andrew Rick. The back four of... We got Martinez, Heiner Martinez. We have Oluwatheyu Makanya, Oliver Mbaizo, and Giovanni Sequeira. The midfield four of Kevin Sullivan. Hey, look, he gets to play. Jeremy Raffanello, Jovan Lukic, Alejandro Bedoya. And up top, we have Ezekiel Alado and Stas Korzanowski. We'll go with it. Starting 11 for Defense Force. In goal, Isaiah Williams. The back four of Isaiah Garcia. We have Sherwin Noel, Jelani Felix, and Christian Bailey. The midfield two of Rivaldo Coryat. We have Russell Francois. The midfield three of Adriel George, Joshua Araujo Wilson. We have Tyrese Bailey, and up top, Cathan St. Hilaire. On the bench, he is not. Okay, Sheldon Bateau's on the bench, but no Kevin Molino. Okay, he ain't playing tonight then. Well, that's a decision. Why not? I guess Defense Force is totally given up. Let's just hope they don't get murdered on live TV as bad as O&M did. O&M got murdered on live TV last night. Let's see how much Defense Force gets murdered on live TV. I mean, that's what we're looking for. I mean, that's what we're pretty much expecting to happen. But either way. Here we go. CONCACAF Champions Cup. Final match day of round 1. Round 1 will be over at the end of the night. We'll have a round of 16 full in 2 hours. 7-1 on aggregate for LAFC. They won 1-0 2 nights ago. Vancouver won last night 2-0. 2-0 on aggregate. They pulled through at the end there. Thank God for Toronto's sake that Vancouver had to try hard for most of that match. One spot left to fill. It's probably going to be the Philadelphia Union playing Club America, but the winner of this game, if Defense Force could pull the most miracle comeback of all miracle comebacks, they'll play Club America. But right now it looks like Philly will play Club America. Toluca will play San Diego. Mount Pleasant plays LA Galaxy. Pumas plays Monterrey. Alajuelense plays LAFC. And it was 5-0 the first leg against Philly. One game to play. Philly versus Defense Force. Subaru Park, Chester, Pennsylvania. Man, I never thought Defense Force play a FS1 game and get put on FS1 graphics, but they have. Philadelphia playing at Subaru Park. Well, they have John Strong and Stu Holden doing a dead rubber game. How the hell does that make any sense? Nashville, Miami, America playing the winner of this game. Very likely Philly. Tigres, Cincinnati, and Vancouver, Seattle. Tomorrow I will do my round 1 recap, round of 16 predictions. I only had one prediction wrong in round 1. That very likely is going to stay the same because I had Philly winning this tie. Unless some God puts himself on the side of Defense Force and they do some wild shit and win 6-0 or win 6-1, which that's not going to happen. How we doing, son? Philadelphia will play America, and then we'll have the round of 16 filled, and we'll recap the round 1 tomorrow and predict the round of 16 tomorrow night video. He's not even on the bench. He's not there. He's not there. Kevin Molino is not there. I guess it's so far gone, they said, hey, just stay in Trinidad. That's got to suck. It's so far gone. He's not even on the bench. And I don't even think he got hurt the last game, so they chose to leave him in Trinidad. I would think his visa's still fine, considering it's called. He's been in Gold Cups and stuff recently, you would think, but either way. But we'll see how the second half. He has his visa, him and Joven. So they just chose to keep him in Trinidad then. Which I thought that was the case, but wow. Wow. It's so far. They don't even want to try. Damn. Defense Force don't even want to try then. Like, seriously try to turn this over. Wow. That's just, wow. I can't believe it either. Damn. Damn, bro. Either way, game's about to start in minutes. And we'll have 90 minutes of football, and we'll see how much stoppage time they give in either half, which I would be shocked. I mean, it is a one game. I think the LAFC game didn't give any stoppage time, and it was 1-0. So over 2 legs, maybe they don't give stoppage time here. But we'll see. Go, Abs, go, says Rory. And Paramount just got Warner Brothers, by the way. If you've been following that news, or you care about it. Paramount raised their bid for Warner Brothers, and Netflix pulled out. So they did not try. Netflix did not raise in conjunction with Paramount. So Paramount got Warner Brothers, if the shareholders agree. Here we go, if you cared. So Paramount got the CONCACAF W rights, or kept them. They got Warner Brothers. Let's get the CONCACAF men's rights, okay? Let's get a freaking hat trick here, so to speak. Fox is starting to sell all their sports rights, except for NFL and IndyCar, and I bet NASCAR. NASCAR will probably still be there, but yeah, it would be nice if freaking Paramount could get the men's CONCACAF games. That would be nice. Internationally and Champs Cup and Central American Cup and all that. Paramount's better than Fox. Over the top. Just like Paramount's better. Philadelphia's wearing their away kits at home and Defense Force is wearing their away kits on the road. Well, then again, Defense Force wore their away kits at home as well. Either way, 15 seconds, 0-0, 5-0 on aggregate. This is pretty much going one way, but we'll watch it. We'll do the game and we'll review it because it's the only game on today. So, hey, we're doing pretty good for a dead rubber game, ain't we? 0-0. Then, of course, we have the round 1 recap tomorrow and the round of 16 prediction tomorrow evening. And then we have the Toronto FC on Saturday, of course, as per, and St. Louis on Sunday, of course, as per. Well, I chose St. Louis on Sunday because they're playing on Sunday. So, yeah, cool. St. Louis don't look half bad. I'm not going to lie. St. Louis looks interesting. Austin FC are signing Christian Ramirez off waivers. Yep, saw that. Starting 11 for Philly once again. It is in goal, Andrew Rick. No Andre Blake. Sakara, Macania, Martinez, Mbaizo, Sullivan, Kevin Sullivan, Lukic, Raffanello, Bedoya, Korzeniowski, Alado for Philly. How many goals do you think they will score? Philly, Defense Force 0. Philly, 4. Williams in goal. Felix, Noel, Francois, Garcia, Araujo, Wilson, Coriat, Bailey, George, Bailey, Tyrese Bailey, and Christian Bailey on the other side of George. Cathan, St. Hilaire forward. But at least 4 goals for Philly. They've rotated heavily, but it's Philly. That don't mean shit. Kevin Sullivan, and he lost the ball. I kind of want to see Kevin Sullivan score. I won't lie. I really like to see Kevin Sullivan score in this game. Show us why he's so hyped. I mean, I've seen him play well in MLS Next Pro and all of that, but doing damn well against Defense Force would be a really good thing to see. 8:30 p.m. on Saturday for Vancouver, Toronto. 8:15 p.m. for San Diego, St. Louis City. So, okay, they're both at 8 p.m. All right, not bad. Yeah, we're doing San Diego, St. Louis on Sunday. What, you thought I wouldn't take a chance to do a St. Louis game when I had the chance to do it early? San Diego, St. Louis don't sound like a bad game. St. Louis looks better than they did last year. Early doors. It was only one game, but they look better. So, either way, 0-0. So, tomorrow we have a video, but no live. TFC live review Saturday, St. Louis live review Sunday. Monday off, and then we'll see what the rest of the month looks like in March, because I got to make that part of the schedule. So, there you go. 4 minutes in. We'll see how that goes. Four minutes in. Will Philly challenge Cincy's 9-goal haul? They possibly could. Let's see how quick they score. I think it would be a bit embarrassing. It would be a bit embarrassing for Philly if they couldn't score 3 or 4 goals tonight. Because I know Philly rotated, but Cincinnati did as well. you could argue O&M by ranking is worse than Defense Force. And here comes Defense Force. They have a chance on goal. Oh, my God. How do you not even take the shot? Oh, my God. They could have been up 1-0 on the road, and they just choose not to take the shot. Oh, my God. That is number 28. Or is it 25? Francois, I think. What the No, it's 28. Either FOTMOB has the wrong numbers or I'm blind. Bailey. Okay, it was Bailey. He didn't take the shot? What the hell is he doing? Jesus Christ. These locals, man, that said, Miguelito's a bit tougher than a Caribbean club. I agree with that, but we weren't talking about LA Galaxy. LA Galaxy failed to score at all. Yes, because LA Galaxy doesn't have the player that makes them a good team. They have a good team. If he was playing, the Galaxy would be unbeatable. But because they don't have Ricky Pooge and Greg Vanney's a fraud, yeah, cool, they have João Klaus. I think João Klaus is a good player. It's the same situation they had last year. No Ricky Pooge, no party. They have a better team than they did last year without him. Still ain't good enough to be more than a top 6 team. They did it to themselves. Greg Vanney doesn't know how to work without a number 10. His system doesn't work without a number 10 who's MVP level over the bar. Pozuelo. It worked with Pozuelo. It worked with Javinko. It worked with Victor Vasquez and Javinko. It's ironic that the best season Vanney ever had was the year where he had 2 number 10s who played very well. I don't know. No Ricky Pooge matters. Well, good. Corner for Philadelphia. Man, I can't believe Defense Force missed that. Jesus Lord. So bad, man. So bad. Cross. Plays it forward. Shot blocked away. But here comes Philly. Goal! Golazo! Goal! 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 Martinez! Goal for Henner Martinez. At least I think it is. Hold on, let's see. I would assume it is Martinez. Martinez, what a shot. Ball just rolls forward and he puts it to the far post. Beautiful shot. 1-0 Philly, 6-0 on aggregate. Martinez in the 7th minute. It was Martinez who scored. Unless I'm wrong. 5-0 minimum. Oh, yeah, now I think you're about right. But it's Henner Martinez. 1-0. What a shot. That was pretty damn good. Yeah. 1 goal already. Header away. Here comes Philly. Shot blocked away. Bedoya plays it through. Not close enough. Oh, penalty. Penalty for Philadelphia. Already. It's going off the rails for Defense Force. Noel gives away a penalty. And that's a penalty. Like, there's no question that tackle on Raffanello is a penalty. That's a penalty. Yep. About to be 7-0 on aggregate. One 0 6-0, and it's about to be 2-0 and 7-0. Just like that. Went from almost scoring a goal to about to take 2 within 9 minutes. Looks like Lukic. Jovan Lukic to take the penalty for Philly. And there's no question about it. It is a penalty. Jovan Lukic to take the penalty for Philadelphia to make it 2 on the night and 7 on aggregate. And here comes Lukic. Shot. Save, but in. Off the hands and in. It's a goal for Lukic. Goalie gets a touch, but off his hands and in. 2-0. Well, that's just sad. Ninth. 2-0. 2-0 and 7-0 on aggregate. Wow. Wow. Off his hands and through his legs. That's Jesus, man. Oof, maron. Oof, maron. That's just, oof, maron. Off the goalie's hands, through his legs, and in. 10th minute for Lukic. Yeah, there we go, 10. 2-0, 7-0 on aggregate. 10 goals, I think. On aggregate, yeah. On the night, I don't think so on the night. On aggregate, sure. No question. On the night? Let's see. I mean, Philly has a chance to beat Cincinnati's aggregate. I could admit that right now. They have a chance to do that. It was 4-0, 9-0. So to tie Cincy's aggregate, Philly needs an 8-0 win. To beat their aggregate, they need a 9-0 win because, of course, Cincy won 4-0 on the road. Philly won 5-0 on the road. Just to be clear about that. So, will you be watching Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns at WrestleMania? Roman chose Punk. So, no. So, no. Shot goal, 3-0. Kevin, nope. Korzeniowski scores. 3 already. 8-0 on aggregate. Korzeniowski scores. There's no score for Cody Rhodes to finish. Korzeniowski gets it. Tic-tac-toe passing. And Korzeniowski gets a give and go from 2 players and boom, slots it home. 12 minutes. Yeah, this is bad. This is getting ugly. This is getting ugly. 12 minutes. Stas Korzeniowski. Stas Korzeniowski gets his 3rd goal. Stas Korzeniowski, 3-0. 12 minutes in. And it's 8-0 on aggregate. 3 goals in 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 6 minutes. 5-6 minutes. Risklander, I think you're stuck in 2024. Yeah. Cody's not in the main event of WrestleMania this year, but Roman is. Kevin Sullivan loses the ball in front of the box. But here comes Kevin Sullivan getting it back. Kevin Sullivan plays it forward. Loses it. Kevin Sullivan loses it. 8-0 aggregate for Philly. And this is a live television murder. This is a murder on live television. I think they scored quicker than Cincy did, if I'm correct. Hold on. If I'm correct, I think they scored quicker than Cincy did in the second leg. Hold on, let's check. 18th minute. 27th minute. 33rd minute. 35th, 48, 58, 68, 78, 86. So Philly has gotten 3 goals since he ever got there first last night. Just to be clear. And since he won 9-0. So, just to be clear. '15th minute. WrestleMania Goes Hollywood is still one of my favorites. Yeah, no, I think WrestleMania 40 was better. It's over, says Son. I mean, yeah. It was over before it even started. And now they're getting killed. Playing forward. Defense Force has not made the Champions Cup since 2002. Yeah. I don't think they'd be getting beaten this bad in 2002. This is a murder on live television. So CONCACAF is making Caribbean football better, but to the point they get murdered by MLS teams. Cleared away. Like Mercy killed, murdered. Like seppuku. Either way. You see O&M's game? Yeah, that was bad. It was even worse. Well, I don't know about even worse yet, but we're getting to the point where this might be worse. You think Defense Force could score 8 goals with how crappy their forwards are? How blind their forwards are? Like, dude, if they had Kevin Molino, they'd have a better chance. Oh, by the way, Jovan Jones. Oh, he got a red card, though. He got sent off last week. So, Sean Bateau on the bench, no Kevin Molino, and no Jovan Jones. If they had them, maybe they would. No, I don't think so. But at least they'd have some forwards who know how to score a goal. Defense Force's local forwards have no feet and no brain. Should have streamed WrestleMania. No. That'll never happen. Well, I didn't, so. And I'm not doing it, so. No WrestleMania stream this year, because I don't even know when ESPN Unlimited is going to be free for YouTube TV, so. And I don't want to be behind the freaking 8 ball, but then again, I normally am anyway. Let's look back at the World Cup streams. Well, cool. That's normally what I stream anyway. Playing forward. 19th minute. Playing forward. 19th minute. Cross in, header, save. I'm surprised. Okay, so it's still 3-0 for a second. th minute. Well, we're about to have a 2026 World Cup, so hopefully it's just as good. Playing forward, cleared away. Molino made this team Molino's defense force, and defense force is Molino. Mount Pleasant are going to get wrecked by LA. Is Ricky Pouge going to be back in 2 weeks? No. He's not? Oh, yeah, no, they're not then. No, they're not. No. We're not going to sit here and say, we're not sitting here and saying LA's going to get wrecked or Mount Pleasant's going to get wrecked by LA without Ricky Pouge. We know what Greg Vanny is. A fucking fraud. I'm going to be here till the end and then review the game. No, I'm not going to put a suit on. The Defense Force eulogy after their murder on national television from Philadelphia. Yeah, I remember. Playing forward. Oh, well, what do you know? Paramount will now, with this, and yellow card for Sullivan, Paramount will now have the rights to U.S. soccer matches with the Warner Brothers Discovery Paramount merger. Cool. So that means get the USA matches. You got the CONCACAF W matches, NWSL. I got an idea. How about Paramount go get the rights to everything CONCACAF on the men's side and stop letting Fox ruin this shit? So, either way, that's just all I'm saying. Hey, Paramount, if you get one side of it, get the men's side of it, okay? Any of these players are good enough to get called up? No. None of these locals. Dude, there was a local who was in clean through on goal in the freaking 8th minute. It was Christian Bailey. In through clean. Had the ball at his feet. Could have taken a damn shot. Chooses not to. Gets tackled. Ball gets cleared. Dude has no feet and no brain. Same thing as all these locals. No feet and no brain. None. No. Yeah, that's when I liked him, so I agree. Cleared away. playing forward. Here comes defense force down in the box. What is the call? No penalty. What, is it a penalty or no? Defense force ain't happy. I'm guessing it's not a penalty. Ref doesn't call a penalty. See what VAR says. Let's see here. He did go down. He did get clipped. But he was already on his way down as he was getting clipped. I don't think so. I don't think that's a penalty. I think that's a dive for St. Hilaire. Sorry to say, I think that's a dive. Dive. I mean, I wish if Paramount got the rights to show UFC and Zuffa boxing for free, I wish they got WWE as well. I need Paramount getting HBO means, or Warner Brothers Discovery means I get all my HBO favorite Food Network shows to watch whenever I need to sleep to something. And it's not sports, old sports. Or just watch Good Eats when I want to, or Iron Chef, but either way. I mean, I could do that with frickin' Roku channel, but yeah, okay, yeah, Roku channel has 24/7 channels. Either way, if there's NHL, I think the problem is it'd be impossible. Like with everything that has the rights, like for everything I need, I think it would be impossible to. Well, Miami's playing today in a friendly. They don't play Champs Cup till like the 12th. They're playing MLS games on the weekend, so their first CONCACAF game is March 12th or something that week, that midweek. 27th minute, but I mean, when you got, I don't know, they're playing today in a friendly, yeah, in Puerto Rico. I don't remember who they're playing, but they're playing a friendly. With that being said, 28th minute, 3-0. There we go. No, I do not. Keem Thomas was the last somewhat decent player on this team. Now he's in USL. And that's why he moved. Because he's decent. No, I do not. I've never heard of them. No. Playing Fort Alado. I'm surprised Philly hasn't scored since the 3-0. Cincinnati scored regularly. Philly scored in bunches. So, I mean, if Philly has another, like, 3-goal bunch, you know. Either way. Playing forward, 30th minute. We good? I guess we are. Out of play. That was out of play for a corner for Philly. Had the Islanders pinned back for over 3 minutes. Yeah, that would be about, yeah. That would do it. That would do it. Playing forward, Raffanello. Philly just chips it backwards. Header, nope, nobody gets to it. Sabal would have done better in defense force. Probably, but y'all had to beat them. Y'all beat defense, or y'all beat Sabal. So you did it to yourself. Or even Cavalier. Well, they didn't even make the knockout stage. They didn't even make the knockout stage, so you're better than them. Either way. Playing forward. And free kick, no. Huh. $32 minutes. What's the score? 3-0, 8-0 on aggregate for Philly. So, I'm surprised it ain't more than 3-0 at this point, because Philly scored 3 goals in the first 12 minutes. In a span of 7 to 12, 6 minutes, they scored 3 goals. Ever since then, they haven't scored another. And, I mean, defense force still looks as shaky as they did when they had those goals scored on them. It's a wonder they haven't had another goal scored on them. Playing forward. Philly, that's out. No. No, I have not. That's a. If we're talking about Tartakovsky, the one on Adult Swim, shot save. It's like Samurai Jack meets Caveman in no words. Wait, I mean, the guy who made Samurai Jack made Primal, so. Yeah, I haven't really left it on Cartoon Network recently enough to watch it. And if I watched it, well, hey, with Paramount getting Warner Brothers, when they merged Paramount Plus and HBO Max, I could watch it if they, well, Zaslav was the one cutting everything. So either way, how many Champs Cups does Union have? 0. They've only been in the tournament, what? 21? 4 times? They were in 21, corner. 23, 23. Yeah. 24 and 25. I think they've been in Champions Cup 4 times, yeah. If I do, it's called a copyright strike. No. I cannot show the real game because then I would get a copyright strike. Corner for Defense Force. You know how YouTube works. Why do you ask? Unless I was doing college football, I could show college football with no problem because for some reason they don't copyright strike college football, and that's on Disney or ESPN. You would think that ESPN would be harsher with copyright strikes, but the college football games, as far as I know, impunity. Without impunity, people just stream college football games on YouTube. Don't know why. You would think ESPN would chop people's heads off for that because they're owned by Disney. But Fox, owned by Fox. Actually, wait. No. Or do they? I think Fox Corporation kept the Fox Network and FS1 and all that. Yeah, they did. So, no. Disney doesn't own the CONCACAF rights. No, because if they did, it'd be on ESPN. Either way, FS1, Fox Soccer Plus, FS2, no. Fox Network, no. 20th Century Fox, on the other hand, either way, no. You would think it'd be easier to put the camera on CONCACAF games and not get a copyright strike than college football. But, weirdly enough, I don't get it. Philly playing forward, 37th minute. Thirty-eighth minute. Thirty-eighth minute. Would be so ironic if Ollie Behrman gets a race ban and somehow Kevin Magnuson fills in for him. My prediction is Behrman gets to 12 points before Japan and Jack Doohan steps in as a replacement and crashes in Canada's favorite Suzuka corner. I want to see that just for the memes. Playing forward. Thirty-ninth minute. Playing forward. Sullivan. Cross in. Headed away. '40th minute. '40th minute. Do you see any player on this team getting a move in the future? No. Because the good players are old as shit. These locals are fucking trash. Well, they can't score goals. They can't do anything but run and tackle. Passing? Yeah, here or there. Shooting to score goals? No, they can't do it. They can't do it. They have no brain. They have no feet. Well, the guys who aren't the old guys are fucking horrible, and the old guys are the old guys, so they ain't getting moves. So, yeah, no. It's a wonder they're here. Oh my God. The Leafs are down 3-0 after the first against Florida. Holy shit. You know what? Fuck it. Lose 9-0. Wow. Wow. The Leafs are losing 3-0 to Florida after one. '42nd minute. I don't know, man. I don't know. Playing forward. Cleared away. Cross. Shot! Whoa, what a save. Bateau's on the bench. Wow, that was actually a good save. He's on the bench. Bateau's on the bench, and Bateau's on the bench. Molino's not even there. Jovan Jones, red card last week, or double yellows. Cross in. Cleared. Popped off the bar. Cross in. Cleared away. Hey, defense force keeping it 3-0 is honestly something you can be proud of on the night. On aggregate, 8. But if this doesn't go over 10, you can be proud of that. I guess. Either way. "45th minute. Let's see. How much stoppage time? Defense Force has grown into the game. Sadly enough, halftime, there it is, 12 seconds through, no stoppage time. Halftime, it is 3-0 at the half, 8-0 on aggregate. We got 45 more minutes to watch. Hopefully no stoppage time. Hey, it's 3-0. You want more? 3-0 on the night, 8-0 on aggregate. You want more? With that being said, take a short break at half, talk about the stats, get this one going. Sit tight, be back, 3-0. And 45 more minutes, then we'll review this game. And then I'll see you tomorrow for the round of 16, or round 1 recap, round of 16 predictions. Yeah, I'm only going to get one tie wrong in round 1. Puma San Diego. No upsets at all, man. Damn. Wow. With that being said, short break, sit tight. Back for the stats of the half. Wolff. 45 more minutes of this. 75% possession, 25% possession, 9 shots to 0, 5 shots on goal to 0. 318 accurate passes, 90% to 88, 73%, 5 fouls to 5, 5 corners to 1. Ooh. 9 shots to 0, 5 shots on goal to 0. 355 pass to 120, 90% pass accuracy to 73. 9 throws to 4, 0 offside to 0, 1 yellow card to 1, 0 red cards to 0. 3-0 at the half, 8-0 on aggregate. Philly had a really quick burst of goals in the first half. Second half, but most of the first half, Philly defense force played tough defense. It's a wonder they only allowed 3 goals in 45 minutes. Let's see what happens in the second half. But so 45 more minutes. Let's see what happens. See what happens. We'll review the game once it's over, have it up within the hour, and then see you tomorrow for recap and predictions video. So 45 more. So we'll see. Player ratings on SofaScore. I don't have that, but I have FOTMob. 6 for Andrew Rick, 7.3 for Sakara, 6.9 for Macania, 8 for Martinez, an 8. 6.4, 7.3, 7.8, 8.3, 7.7, 7.6, 6.8 for Philly. 5.4, 5.8, 5.5, 6.5, 5.7, 6.5, 6.1, 5.5, 5.9, 6.7, 6.2 for Defense Force. It's not as bad as I would have thought. Let's see how the 45 minutes go. 45 more minutes. Here we go. 3-0. 3-0. Olivas on for Philly. 45 more minutes. March 12th, the first leg for Vancouver, Seattle. BC Place. They go to Spokane, March 18th. Here we go. Can Philly score more goals? Or will it be it is what it is? Defense Force doing the PSG method. They shouldn't have allowed any goals if they were going to do that. 8-3 Defense Force would put them through, but you think they're going to score 8 goals in one half? I got a bridge to sell you. I have some oceanfront property in Arizona to sell you. It's not happening. It's not happening. It's not happening. So, let's look at the CONCACAF Champions Cup as a tournament. Playing forwards Philly. See what they have put. Shot! Wide. Wow. Round of 16. So they have confirmed some ties. Some no. San Diego, Toluca, March 18th and March 11th. 46 minute. So 3-3-2. See which one gets which. Playing forward is Philly. Monterrey, Cruz Azul, San Diego, Toluca. Shot! Goal! 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 Korzeniowski makes it 4. It didn't last long into the second half for Defense Force holding on. Stas Korzeniowski makes it 4-0. Easy goal. '48th minute. 4-0. 9-0 on aggregate. Ball passed through by Alado, and it's right there. Boom. $4-0. 48th minute. Good goal by Korzeniowski. So, four more goals for Philadelphia to tie Cincy's aggregate. 5 more to be better than Cincy. They have to ratchet up their scoring boots to do so. 4.6 for Williams. Yeah, sounds about right. Lukic off for Olivas. Lukic got the penalty go. Macania off for Ben Bender. Playing forward. Sullivan. Playing forward, cleared away. Cavan getting owned. Dude, if you're as good as people say you are and so hyped, you should be better against defense force. Like, I mean, he's played well in MLS Next Pro and all that, but think about it, though. If you're Kevin Sullivan and you're as hyped as you are, shouldn't he be dominating defense force? If I'm a Philly fan, I'd be worried. Cross, caught. Like, if I'm a Philly fan, I might be a little bit worried. If I'm a Man City fan, I might be a little bit worried as well. I might be a little bit worried. The hype might not be real, or might not turn out to be real. Dude should be outplaying this defense force team. His whole other team, the rest of his team is, with rotations and whatnot. 51st minute. '51st minute, 4-0. Playing forward. Philly loses the ball. Ooh. He got an assist, I think. Yeah. He should be doing more than that. Should be doing more than that, in my opinion. Out for a throw-in. For a guy who is as highly touted as Kevin Sullivan against defense force, who's basically been able to do not a damn thing, he should have been able to do more over 2 legs. Shot. Goal. That's a second assist, though. 2 goals for Philly. 2 goals for Philly. Or 2 assists, I should say. Ben Bender with a goal. Ben Bender scores 5-0, 53rd minute, and with the assist is Kevin Sullivan. Kevin Sullivan throws it over the top, and Ben Bender's right there, and he just takes the shot and says, boom, near post and in. 2 assists. '53rd minute, 5-0, 10-0 on aggregate. Ben Bender assisted by Kevin Sullivan. Kevin Sullivan with 2 assists. 2 goals for Korzeniowski. Lukic with a goal. Martinez. Ben Bender. 2, 3, 4, 5. 53rd minute. 3 more goals for Philly will send them to have them an equal aggregate with Cincinnati. Not that that means anything, but, you know, tables and goal differential don't matter till we get to the round of 16 in this tournament. With that being said, 54th minute. For 54th. So, since 2022, Canadian Premier League clubs have featured in 16 CONCACAF Champions Cup matches, winning just once, drawing once, and losing the remaining 14. Calvary 2, 4, Forge 2, 4, 6. Dillon and Sadu coming on. Bailey off for Dillon. Okay. Hodge coming on. 56th minute. $10-0 on aggregate, 5-0 on the night. Defense Force is just getting murdered on national television. Commit seppuku. You bring dishonor to your team. Commit seppuku. Former USL Championship player Hodge. He ain't overturned this himself. You brought dishonor on your country and your league and your team. Commit seppuku. Playing forward. In Conference League, Rika has Daniel Adu. He costs $1.2 million from Bournemouth. He was born in England, Ghanaian background. He has 6 goals in Conference League, including today's goal. Barden compared to Sargent. TFC never does anything right. We know this. Then again, I can't say I had any idea. Besides, he must have just moved there, which means it's tougher to get the guy. But wouldn't shock me if he probably would have done better than Sargent. But I'd rather overpay on a transfer fee than a contract. At least if you overpay on a transfer fee, if the player's not good enough, it's easier to eat the contract. And it's Jakupovic for Korzeniowski. Malik Jakupovic, okay. I was like, plays for Union 2. 5-0. Kavanaugh, no, that's Korzeniowski. Do TFC have scouts? Ones that don't do their job. Cross in, shot, missed. They don't do their job well enough. They have people taking easy paydays for not doing no work, yeah. Playing forward. Over the top, Alfred. Goal kick. But we'll see what happens. Playing forward. Goal kick. 60th minute. Damn. Cleared away by Defense Force. The Leafs are garbage. Let's see how worse. Let's see how worse the Leafs game has gotten. Still 3-0 halfway through the second. Blow it up. Huh. Ain't that some? 3-0 Florida still halfway through. Playing forward. Kevin getting owned. And he still got 2 assists. Shot wide. But if I could pick not getting hurt, not sitting at home for the last 4 months, I will pick getting hurt. I feel like I'm wasting time, and maybe I realize how much I hate everybody at work. Understandable. Understandable. I get it. I get it. I get it. Understandable. I mean, that's not... I think a lot of people would agree with you and understand that feeling. Like... Well, if you got fixed wrong, then you could sue for malpractice. Well, I would assume. Either way, I would assume. Either way, I mean, it's a good thing to look into. Playing forward. Goalie out, and they'll just kick the ball forward. Playing forward. 63rd minute. Yep, that sounds about like how people are nowadays. Yeah. You were nice to them, and now they don't even see you. And they don't want to respect you. I hate that for you, man. You did your job, and they don't like you. Header. Ooh. I mean, I hate that for you, man. I hate it. Ball crossed in. Header. Nope. '64th minute. Ball crossed in. I wonder. 65th minute. '66th minute. I wonder. We'll see what happens. Luka Stokovic got a hat trick today versus Genk Belgium. He refused a $4 million transfer to Al Jazeera in Saudi Arabia. Well, I don't know if he'd want to come to MLS, though, so. Yeah. I get what you're saying. Blood just slipped. Playing forward. Shot wide. Kevin Sullivan missed. Okay, so Drive to Survive will still be on. Okay, so Drive to Survive will still be on Netflix. Okay. '68th minute, 5-0. Noah Dobson scored again. Well, that's good for the Habs. 67th minute, over the hour mark, getting closer and closer to 90 minutes. Let's see where this game goes. I think you and I should get paid to scout for TFC. How about they call the Pirate and I hire you as a scout? How about that? Yeah, they call the Pirate. I'm bringing all my own. I don't even know how I'm going to replace the whole damn physio crew because I don't really know many doctors and physical therapists. But yeah, I'll bring my own scouts, my own. Well, okay, so most of the assistant coaches I'll keep, but I think you know where I'm going with There's somebody I'm definitely going to bring to be an assistant coach. Fill the backroom staff with loyalists, with the Pirates loyalists in the scout places. You call the Pirate, you ain't getting them out. Because we're going to win anyway, but just in case I need loyalists, well, there you go. There you go. Loyalists. I mean, even if they did call the Pirate, I still would scout Caribbean and Central America. I got you for the Balkans, yeah. Croatia, Greece. Maybe we'll push it to Italy, I don't know. Yeah, that sounds good to me. Bosnia, Croatia. I don't know about Russia. That would probably be a tough sell to some people. Slovakia, Czechia, Italy, Greece. Yeah. No, y'all, you'll definitely do the Balkans, yeah. Because, I mean, either way. I can help if you need it. What do you bring to me? What do you bring to me? I got Central. Either way. What do you got? Give me lower leagues in England. I think that's what you... I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, no, Rio for the Balkans, that works for me. Somebody needs to frickin' be watching the frickin' academies in Ontario and the OPL teams for who we missed not having in Toronto, in the Toronto FC Academy. We need that. Somebody needs to be watching the damn OPL academies. The representative teams can scout the UK. But do they do a good job anyway? TFC can't even scout Toronto. Look at Segor from Vaughan Azori. Yeah, that's my point. We need somebody to look at the OPL and those academies, and Sigma and Vaughan Azori and all that. Yeah, and Inter Toronto and yeah. We definitely need that because, man, like the one thing Oso's right about, he might be washed, but Jonathan Osorio had a interview recently where he's like, it looks like the academies in Canada, the 3 MLS academies, they all really miss on players. And he did see that. He did see the situation. He knows that it seems like the academies, the local academies, are better than the MLS academies when it comes to the Canadian academies, especially in the MLS areas. Which, I mean, if you look at the OPL and the BCPL and the Quebec League and all that, I mean, he's not wrong. I mean, Oso's right that there needs to be better scouting of Ontario and the GTA for Toronto FC Academy. But I've always said that myself. It's a wonder. I mean, look at the Canadian national team, at least going into 2022. A lot of those players played at Sigma with Bobby Smirniotis, and then garbage. They're garbage. That's what's wrong with them. They're garbage. But toe on when? Why would you do that when this game's over? There's no reason to. There's no reason to. But when it comes down to it, my son was the center back. I played against Kyle Larin a few times, and Larin never scored. That would just be so MLS, though. I'm going to guess your son's best days are behind him when it comes to football. No disrespect, but I'm going to guess that his best days are behind him when it comes to football, yeah. But hey, at least he could tell that story to his children one day, that he never let Kyle Larin score on him. I'm sure that's a flex. I mean, that is. I mean, when he played Kyle Larin, that is a flex. Now it's not, but back when he did it, that's a flex. Jesus Bueno coming on for Philadelphia. Bueno gets the armband from Bedoya. Would love a few players from Derby and Pickering in League One Ontario. As long as we'll see how good they are at TFC 2, and then I mean, if TFC started scouting Ontario better, it would take a couple of years for that fruit to bear. They're both 94. My son went to St. Albans FC in England 2012, made the team, got homesick, and came home. They beat Arsenal U18 5-0. That's not bad. Not bad. Sad to see the homesick part, but it's tough. I mean, I understand it. Like going across the world, across the ocean to play football, and you have a loving family on the other side of the ocean. I can understand getting homesick. Yeah. They're over there and you're trying to make your way. I can understand it. And I'm going to guess there was maybe a year or two that he didn't really progress to the level that he wanted to, and that's when it started probably kicking in. That's a guess, though. Like, off the bat, if you got homesick off the bat, shot! Kevin Sullivan scores! 6-0. There it is. Goal for Kevin Sullivan. Like, I would hope, you know. Did you think they were? Kevin scored. Kevin Sullivan scored 6-0. It was a really good run, too. At the penalty spot, puts it away. 76th minute. 6-0, 11-0 on aggregate. At least you're not 0-M. Candace. I think Candace probably could actually fight. If you're talking about a wrestling match, like kayfabe, Candace should go over. If you're talking about a real fight, boxing or UFC or bare knuckle, I think Candace could actually fight. Erica probably couldn't. Except for, you know, I don't think Erica could fight. I think Candace can, so Candace. Besides, if I had to choose, I would want Candace to win. Because Erica is just a damn succubus, pretty much. He's talking about Erica, son. Son. If I've stayed longer than the 10 days with him, he would have stayed. Tiba's uncle was his coach at Brampton East. Oh, well, that's... Damn, small world. Small world. I mean, did we overpay on the fee? For sure. Do I think he's going to be a $22 million signing? As in, like, live up to his fee? No. But that's like 20, 25 goals, all comps in a year. I don't know if he... I've never thought Josh Sargent, even in MLS, could do 25 goals, 30 goals, all comps a year. I've never thought that. I don't think Josh Sargent is a bad player. I think he could score goals in MLS and in all comps. 25's pushing it, though. 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. He hasn't played one. You want a goal every other game. We're only playing 40 this year if we go to the Can-Champ final. We don't even know what the playoffs are. Oh, Spain-Argentina Finalissima, March 27th. All right, good to know. 12:30. Good to know. To me, you gotta score over a goal every other game to be worth $22 million. You do. Every other game that you play. So that's about 20 goals. I don't know if he'll do that. Even in a certain pirate system, I don't even know if he'll do that. I don't think he's bad. But is he a $22 million player? I don't know. A goal every other game player. A 35, 40-point player with assists. I don't know about that. Even in MLS. I don't know about that. He's a solid player, but is he going to be an amazing player is the question. Is he going to be not just an all-star, an MVP candidate? He has to be an MVP candidate to be worth that price tag, if not top 2 in the MVP voting. Is he going to be that at all with the club? I don't know. I don't think so personally. Yep. Playing forward. Do you think he will have the power to outdo our defense? I mean, you put an actual striker with Corbianu and Shallowy and Henry and DeAndre Kerr and Jordy Mihailovic, all of them together. Yeah, our offense actually looked pretty solid on Saturday against our shitty do-nothing defense. So, no, I think the group of offensive players we have, if our best offensive players are playing, Sargent, Shallowy, Mihailovic, Corbianu, throw it to Henry and Kerr as well, and Volsant. Yeah, no, I think they can. As a unit, I think they can. It's not all up to him, but I definitely think there's more connection there to make things easier with him there. Yes. I agree with that. Maybe also when our defense tightens up, that helps things. I think that's a safe bet. I'd say about 15 goals. Burning my light. I said it. I mean, with the players we have on paper, with Sargent, we are a top 6 team on paper. Robin Fraser, I don't know if I trust him. I don't trust him. On paper, we're a top 6 team with the players we have. On paper, our best 11 with our 4 or 5 best subs. On paper, top 6 team. Fraser can ruin that. Performances like Saturday can ruin that. So, on the outside, I'd say we're in the mix, I believe, but we'll see what happens. TFC should have got Kaleta. He saw it in the back and can score. Yeah. I think it would have been, well, he would have been better than Cozy Thompson last week. Question is, well, Pereira, should we got him over Pereira? We'll see. He is a good player, though, because he probably heard it too much. Same thing AJ said about Get Ready to Fly, which arguably is his best song, the theme song. I know, I'm just saying, but on paper, though, yeah, in practice, we might be total shit, which it looks like our offense didn't score enough to outplay our defense. So it's all about what points we pick up. We look to pick up not enough points. I don't know about an utter shit points total, but you're right. In practice, on paper doesn't win matches. I'm just saying there's only been one game. And I think this team can be better, and they have a better starting, or I should say, they have a better starting 11 than what they played on the weekend. That's all I'm saying. You can only really go on for so much. We're eighth in the East, enjoy it while it lasts. Yep. I don't know how long it will, but I agree. Enjoy it while it lasts. It's not going to last long. because it will not last long. Either we go higher, which we won't, or we'll see. 85th minute. 85th minute. I hope there's no stoppage time. See where the Leafs are now. 86th minute. The Leafs are losing 3-0 after 2. Cross in wide, 87th minute. Can you take me higher to a place where I can see? Can you take me higher? Corner. I wasn't even trying. Cross in. Header. Playing forward, Philly. Can they make it 7-0? Philly shot. Cross in. Tap in. Goal. Goal. Kevin Sullivan with 2 goals, 2 assists. 2 goals for him. 7-0 for Philly. Kevin Sullivan once again. Seven 0 87th minute. 12-0 on aggregate. Philly scores a goal. Another goal. They'll be just equal on aggregate to Cincinnati. They scored 2 goals. They'll have a better aggregate. You made me eat my words. Well, I would hope so. For his sake. 2 goals, 2 assists against Defense Force. That sounds about right to me. That's what he should do. To me, that's what he should do. Kevin Sullivan, 88th minute. VAR check. Let's see if it's on. They're checking it for offside. Just give it to him. Who gives a shit? Goal. Goal. Yeah, they gave it to him. Why? Why does it matter? Just give it to him. It's not like it even hurts the freaking table. Just give it to him. This game's fucking over. Free kick. Like, seriously, just give it to him. What? Who does it hurt? Who does it hurt to give him the go? Playing forward. 30 seconds and possible... We'll see. Do, 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 do. Playing forward. 90th minute. How much stoppage time? Full time. Full time. That is it for round one. 7-0 for the Philadelphia Union. 12-0 on aggregate. And Philly moves on to play Club America in the round of 16. And that'll do it. Round one is finished. Round one is over. 11 ties have been played. 22 matches. And no upsets at all. Don't be Alex. This wasn't rigged. Defense Force got bodied. Stop. Don't be Alex. Don't say rigged. With that being said, that's it. With that being said, if you like this stream, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification once subscribed. Since that's on live streams, comment on this video. Put this in playlist. Hit that hype button. Share us with your friends and family. Hit that join button. All that great stuff. I will see you within the hour for the review of this match because I'm still doing a review for this match. I honestly don't know why, but I am. And then I'll see you tomorrow for the round one recap and the round of 16 predictions because now we have a round of 16. We know who our 16 teams are to play in the round of 16, the tournament proper, if you wanted to call it that, even though this was the tournament proper. But either way. So I'll see you within the hour, and then I'll see you tomorrow. And then TFC plays Saturday, so I'll see you then live, my next stream on Saturday, and then a stream on Sunday for St. Louis. So, there you go. No stream tomorrow, but a video. Stream and review this weekend. Monday off. With that being said, I'll see you later. I'm Ron and I'm out. Peace. See you.